Alrighty, so I saw on Twitter somebody posted that Nagato and Marilli both basically posted kind of the same video with Rimuru at the same, like on the same day or whatever, or maybe it was just the fact that they had very similar thumbnails or something, but got me thinking that Rimuru is a very interesting option. So because Unknown is still like kind of like on, I don't want to say on top of the meta, because I think a really good Unknown or a Goddess team could probably beat the Unknowns pretty consistently. But the Unknown team is still in a really, really good spot meta-wise, so I wanted to try to use Rimuru a little bit today because he can obviously take some buffs off and stuff, gain his Pierce buff, do some decent damage, hopefully. Rimuru's kind of old at this point, but he's still a very good character as far as utility goes. He's got an Infect AoE, which is obviously always really, really nice to have. Takes the buffs off of, you know, characters, which is great as well. So I think that there's a decent bit of potential here. I haven't used the Unknown team basically since the, since the Goddess team came out, or maybe even a little bit before, because I was kind of messing with LR Margaret a little bit towards the end of the week before Liz came out. So definitely interesting. He doesn't have Hell on the team, so I can basically get away with infecting turn 1 here, no problem. No evasion food, of course. If you don't know, I'm already in Challenger, of course, for the week. Unfortunately, I got too many forfeits during my placement matches where I was going to forfeit, so that way I would get lowered back down into Champ 1, and they were able to forfeit on me. So I did kind of win where I didn't really want to, so that way I could try to get more real players. So there's probably going to be a lot of bot matches in this, so do be aware of that. But I'm just kind of enjoying the week, kind of messing around with different team variety and stuff, which is obviously kind of fun in of itself. So taking off some buffs here. We already have the Pierce rate increase. I think I'm going to... It might be a really risky play, but I'm going to try to go for the level 3. I have type advantage on Albedo. Could it actually be enough? I'm going to assume it's not going to be enough to kill because he still has Nanashi buffs on. Let me see this. Okay, this is really good damage. Unfortunately, it's not enough, but I'm actually pretty happy with that. We got a good amount of HP back as well, so we have ultimate in hand. His tier is dangerously low. This is going to hurt. I think this is going to kill Rimuru. Yeah, that is a consequence there. Merged a little bit. We did put some debuffs on his tier. Oh, God. Alright, he kills off Albedo, unfortunately. Yeah, dude, Ainz did really good damage there, actually. Surprisingly good damage. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and get rid of tier, I guess. And go for our ultimate as well. That should lifesteal us back pretty good. Oh, we're going to get the damage dealt lower or whatever. Or the damage dealt increase. Ooh, damage taken increase. I always get that mixed up. I'm terrible with that one. I wasn't sure if I was going to... I guess because I killed, it doesn't proc the Nanashi passive, but... Oh, yeah, there's no way we get our ultimate off here. Yeah. Unfortunate, man. Alright. The level 3 was definitely interesting, but, of course, it was not enough. So, we die. We lose. GG's. Unfortunate. But, hey, we're here to test. I mean, when it comes to a character like this, I assume a lot of the times, you know, to make a more entertaining video, people are more willing to cut out losses and stuff like that. But I just want to see how the characters do in their normal sort of like scenarios. So I'm leaving the losses in. It is what it is. If it's just a game or a match or video full of losses, it doesn't really matter to me. I just want to see if it's actually a viable strategy kind of thing. But even if it's like remotely sort of like fun to use, I don't mind losing. I'm not a stickler for winning. I'm already in Challenger anyway. It's not like I can D-rank at this point, so I really don't care if I lose the matches or not. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. This team doesn't deal with buffs really, so that's a bit unfortunate. I'm going to... I have 2 infects. I think we're just going to use double AoE here. We're just going to try to get some damage out on the entire team. Not crazy damage. I mean, the infect cards typically don't do a lot of damage, but We'll see. We do a little bit of a crit chance lower there, so hopefully they don't crit as much on me. We'll see. We do get to counter a little bit. He takes off my buffs, unfortunately, so that makes the counter do a lot less damage. Smack. Boom. Yeah, dude, these counters are abysmal. Like, actually so bad. That's fine, though. I mean, Escanor does have a really good chance of countering Albedo. I do like that about the human team right now. He does put a lot of stacks on himself, though, so fortunately for me, I can kind of follow up with the Hell. So let's go ahead and do something like this. Like I said, there's not really any buffs that I can take advantage of Rimuru's passive here, so that's a bit unfortunate. We do kill off the Escanor, which is nice. He's not going to be able to lifesteal anything back, which is good, because he's probably going to do some good damage here with his Bond, if I had to guess. We are getting a good amount of buffs, though, so if we can at least survive the attack, we should be able to counter pretty well. Ooh, not quite a kill there. I was hoping that would kill. Goes for another Pierce card first. Oh, so close. He does get the pop damage off. I think, yeah, I was about to say, I think I survived this. He doesn't seem to be doing that much damage. So I've got that going for me. Roxy's incredibly low. We don't have, we do have an AoE actually, so we can just go for something like this. We'll just go double Pierce card, I guess. Somebody commented today about the Liz saying that Pierce cards definitely aren't what they used to be. Like, they have definitely fallen off a bit, and I can definitely see that. Like, they're still good, don't get me wrong, but, like, just a Pierce card on its own isn't gonna be up to par with, like, you know, how it used to be almost like a one-shot for some characters. But I think that's one of the biggest reasons why they gave Liz like a new set of cards. Like, she technically has like a single target Pierce card and an AoE Flood card, but they added extra effects onto those cards, so that way they are technically new card effects. Like, they're not called Pierce or Flood. They gave them new names because they also have pieces to them that affect the card damage because of her passive stacks, which is very interesting. So it's kind of weird because they're basically just recycling old cards but giving them new names and small tweaks, but it is enough to sort of make the difference, which is, I guess, what they're going to kind of have to do going forward, because some of these older skill effects really aren't what they used to be anymore, but either way. Alright, we have another unknown team here, which is technically good for me. I guess I technically want to go up against unknowns and goddesses because they're going to have the most buffs for me to mess with. So, unfortunately, it went ahead and took the buff off from the Albedo, or the tier. So, let's maybe do this. If he's got evasion food on, it's actually going to mess with me a little bit. Okay, it doesn't. I guess it wouldn't have been the biggest deal because I'm not doing like a lot of damage this turn, but, you know, every little bit of missing HP helps. So we should get the Rimuru passive proc this turn. A level 2 is probably not going to be enough, but we have another counter, so we could maybe just go for all 3 of these cards just to get some extra damage out, get some extra card space free. We'll see how it goes. He doesn't have Nanashi buffs on Albedo, actually. Ooh, I've got a lot of debuffs on with Rimuru already, so that's not good for me. Do I think I attack with Hell instead of Albedo. Oh, okay. Dude, 348 with the level 2 actually is pretty impressive. Good crits here, but the Nanashi buffs are making quite a bit of tank there. I wasn't expecting that much damage out of the level 2 there. I like the fact that Rimuru is type advantage against Albedo. That's really nice. And, of course, because Nanashi is so relevant, we're going to get a lot of easy buff removals, so that way we get the Pierce buff pretty consistently, I would say, turn 2, if we're going up against the Unknown team, of course. So that's also really, really good. With the Angel team, it's a little bit more under the discretion of the Margaret using the card or not, which could potentially be a problem. But I think for the most part, it's actually not that big a deal. Do I even counter here? I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to go for... Let's go for this. Hopefully that kills. This will kill the revive, and then hopefully this will go on to Nanashi. Okay, good damage. God, okay. I mean, maybe it's the fact that like I have much more stats than this guy, but the Rimuru is doing a lot of damage in this one. Ooh, still really good damage with the Nanashi buffs on. 300k there is pretty awesome. Gets a good merge, set of merges, but doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and move on, I guess. This one, ooh, I'm pretty happy with Rimuru's performance on this one. I like this. This is kind of nice. All right, we have an Angel team, which is good. That's kind of technically what I'm looking for, because obviously these are going to be like the newest, most meta characters. It doesn't matter technically who I go for in this scenario, because I kind of just want to get, like, I'll be getting a stat increase. We're not worrying about lowering the enemy's stats. So maybe we just go ahead and hit with this. That way we can maybe infect next turn and then sort of take some, or take advantage. Because more than likely we'll see the buff here, since I've already put some decent buffs on. Maybe forced, or using the infect would have like helped force a Margaret buff, which it doesn't look like it's going to be an issue because they're Margaret buffing anyway. But I feel like putting on an infect would be enough reason to try to cleanse it off, because obviously you don't want your characters to be infected. So may have been more worthwhile to try to infect turn 1, so that way they feel more obligated to use the whatchamacallit, the buff. But I think we're fine either way. We should, even though she has the buff on, I'm feeling, I think I don't infect here anyway. I think I'm gonna go for something like this. Hopefully that's enough to like pop res and kill. Okay, so pretty low. I don't really know if Albedo's going to be able to make up that much HP with the with her card. I mean, she does good damage, don't get me wrong, but it is just a debuff card. Oof. Okay, so that's a bit unfortunate for us. We do have her ult in hand, which I wasn't even planning on going for, but it's nice that we have it, I guess. Okay, another buff here. Rimuru will pop his Pierce buff this turn. Ooh, not doing a lot of damage to me, actually. Oof, okay, nasty counter there. Great. He did attack into my Nanashi buffs, but he's attacking more than once, so... Ooh, okay. That's... Oh, he gets so much HP back. Okay, he's disabled himself. Oh, okay, he still lost ultimate move gauge. Okay, I'll take that, I guess. Let's go ahead and use the ultimate. Or should I... No, let's ult first. I want to infect first, but I think if I ult first, it'll pop the res on Margaret, and then I can kill Margaret with the infect here, hopefully. Ah, is that going to kill? I actually kind of doubt it. Pierce buff, though. Ooh, okay. Dude, once you pop the Pierce buff, the infect card actually starts to do some pretty decent damage. He's going to have to single target the Albedo if he wants to get through to my other units here, which is good. I can maybe AoE into a level 2 Pierce. Oh, no way he got the... No way. That's insane. That's so lucky for him. So there's a stun on 2 characters, unfortunately. Oh my god, and he has res. Bro, that's so stupid. And her res, I don't think gets rid of... That is so dumb. Oh my god. 5, 6 as well? You gotta be kidding me. There's nothing I can do about it. That sucks. That sucks. Feels bad, man. Doesn't matter. Still keeps the ultimate. See... With like the final flame stacks from Escanor, the revive that Hell gets, I was like, oh, it's actually really nice and balanced because of the fact that you lose your ultimate if you get killed and you have to pop that res, but with her, she's a little bit more unbalanced in the sense that if she has the res, you can still ult with it. I'm very lucky that I survived that. I thought we were completely dead there. With a 5-6, how much attack related is this? 40% and you still couldn't kill me? Embarrassing. I think we're okay. We didn't disable ourselves, which is great. I'm actually going to go for the level 1 on Tristan first, and then we are going to disable ourselves, unfortunately, but hopefully we can take... Oh, I forgot he has the revive on, so it doesn't really matter, but hopefully this is enough to kill off the Liz here. Okay, nice. Nice. Okay, even with the damage reduction that she had on, we actually did pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with that. We have another counter in hand if we really need it. But I think we're kind of chilling. That's so insane. I'm so upset that he was able to merge into the stun on Tristan into the stun on Liz. That's actually so obnoxious. Oh man, Nanashi gets the win here. All right. Surprisingly, a pretty good game though. I mean, very close one. I was really expecting that. Ultimate to kill. That's a bit unfortunate for the Liz. Ooh, okay. We have like a Sins team with Liz. The one thing about this team is that Bond's damage reduction doesn't actually apply to the Liz, which is really, really good for me. Let's just go for double AoE, I guess. That way we can deal some decent damage to the whole team. We don't have to worry about ranking up Lost Vein, which is really nice. I think a regular Sins team would actually have a decent chance of like kind of messing me up here, just because of the fact that Lost Vein could rank up his cards and everything. But now I don't have to worry about using my AoEs and stuff, which is great. A little bit of a counter there. If he follows up on it, we should actually deal some pretty good damage. He's not doing that this turn, though. He does put up the stance. Not as much of a counter there. That's okay, though. We don't have an extra taunt, though, which is a bit unfortunate, and I don't have another counter. Let's go for AoE, single target. That way we don't disable ourselves. Hoping that I can get through the Deanne this turn, but no Pierce buff. I highly doubt it. We do have a level 2 Pierce card, but this is going to be one of those teams where I don't really have enough buffs to take advantage of. So, which I guess it depends on how high level his Liz ult is. But I should maybe check that, because if I get Pierce buff next turn, that means he's definitely like either 5-6 or 6-6. I actually don't know. Maybe if he's 5-6, he should only be getting 1 damage reduction stack. So I actually don't know if he'll proc Rimuru's passive this turn then. We still don't have an infect, unfortunately. Oh, okay, so he's 6-6? No, okay, he's only 3-6. But I still get my Pierce buff, which is really, really good. So, let's do this. Let's do... this into... I'm going to do double attack. I'm hoping that I can kill here. I'm not super convinced, but it looks like it's going to be pretty close. Oh, come on. Yes, okay, that's perfect. So now I get my ultimate. We should have got... We got a decent bit of lifesteal, but... He's going to have to single target my Albedo if he wants to get to my Rimuru. Rimuru does have Nanashi buffs on, so I've at least got that going for me. Can I kill Bon? We do kill Bon. Okay, that's very good for me. Into Zelber's attack. Okay, whatever. God, 380 on him. Just absolutely one-shots him. And we don't even have to worry about the Liz here. So, actually kind of surprised that I was able to get off the Pierce buff. Obviously very nice that I was able to, though. I think 3-6 is where he's going to have a revive stack on the field and a damage reduction on the field. So I guess technically we removed 4 buffs in 2 turns. I thought you had to remove 6, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I haven't used Rimuru in quite a while, but either way, we got one more match. We'll go ahead and see what we got here. All right, have an unknown team to finish things off here. Actually, pretty good CC. We are going to eat that taunt. Oh, man. Well... I guess that's fine. I guess. A bit unfortunate. A real player, finally, in Challenger. But I guess with my CC being that high, it wasn't worth it to him. Which is fine. Honestly, I underestimate how high my CC has gotten a lot of the times now. Which, I mean, you know, as the game sort of progresses, new characters come out, like, everybody's CC kind of increases a bit. But I have been working on the box more lately, so... Or maybe not lately, but... I've gotten to a really good spot in the game, I think. But either way, I guess we'll just go ahead and end off. I think conclusion would be that Rimuru is actually still pretty good. Definitely not as good as he used to be. The Infect is honestly very nice. If you can pop the Pierce buff, he actually does some really good damage, whether it be to Albedo or Margaret actually was taking some pretty good damage from him as well, which is kind of nice. So pretty decent counter for those two. I think that the human team is probably still going to be an issue. And we didn't go up against the demon team with this one, but I think he would suffer from the same problem that Levi had, where he would remove the buffs. Demon King would end up getting a really nice stat increase prior to his like all stats increase from the passive, and he might actually be able to do some really good retaliation damage. Not 100% sure on that. Obviously, some different things would have to kind of factor in as well, but I'm actually pretty happy with it. I think him and Levi are both some pretty decent characters to sort of counter the Unknown and Goddess teams at the moment, so that was kind of fun. I'm pretty happy with how it went. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow.